Alright, it's 2025 and we're gonna play JUND in Standard, so let's do this here. This is still my favorite card from Foundations, Alesha. I think this card is fantastic. The fact that it can reanimate things for free is amazing. So this is ironically kind of the basis of the deck, but then we kind of went Gruul. So it's really Gruul with Alesha on the side. So it's JUND stuff. Pro Tour just happened and Domain obviously walloped everything. So we need to be accounting for that because that's what we're going to look out for. So what we're doing is we're running 2 Scrap Shooters and 2 Tranquil Frillbacks. Frillback is great obviously because it can deal with graveyard shenanigans because you're going to see a lot of that in best of 1. Scrap Shooter can obviously shoot down an Overlord, or it can hit a Leyline Binding or stuff like that. These are great. Note that Scrap Shooter doesn't work with Alesha. If Alesha brings back Scrap Shooter, you can't destroy something. But it is a 4/4 for 3 with Reach, so it can block things like Pixies and Spyglass Sirens and stuff like that. So it in general is just really good. Frillback works with Alesha. It can come back and then you can do stuff like that. And then look at this ramp package. 4 Llanowar Elves, 4 Intrepid Paleontologist. I'll explain this one in a second. Tender Wildguide, we're running this one because for 2 things. A, you can do the Offspring, but more importantly, it taps for any color. So we needed someone who could tap for additional colors. Because I love this guy, Wandertale Mentor, but he can only tap for red or green. And we do need this black to be able to cast Alesha. Our mana base is kind of a hot mess because of that, but these are kind of our ways to fix this. And then our goal is to ramp into something. So we either want to get one of these guys quickly on turn 3 or turn 4. We want to ramp into a 4-drop is what we want to do. And I'm calling this a 4-drop. Like, yeah, it's a 3-drop, but what you really want to do is have it be a 4-drop because it comes in and it exiles the graveyard or shoots down the Leyline Binding or whatever, or the Overlord or the Monstrous Rage token or whatever it is. You want to play on 4. You don't want to play this on 3. So this is a 4-drop in reality. But the big one, this is the real star, is Halana and Alena. This card is absolutely fantastic because obviously it's going to give something haste and it's going to pump something up. Pumping up Alesha is absolutely phenomenal because you pump her up to 4 and then she can bring back other stuff. And then we're running 2 Anzrag. This is a must answer. Your opponent must answer. It's easy to answer because it has 4 toughness, so it's not super difficult. But boy, if you can land this, if you can Halana and Alena and then have this come out, you're in really good position. Because one thing to note is that if their life total is under whatever his power is, like I'm saying whatever his power is because a lot of times it's bigger, he'll be like a 10-6, they have to block him. And if they have to block him, you're going to get an additional combat. And look at all these other things that are going to be able to attack and be getting bigger. This dude, I've gotten this dude up to like a 5/5 or a 6/6. Like this dude is way underrated. He can get super big. So this is kind of one of the big stars, but it's easy to remove. So it's kind of like, you don't want to run too many of them, and it's a legendary. And here we go, Agonasaur Rex. This is the 8/8 for 5, but I want you to look at this in a slightly different way, because it being an 8/8 for 5 is obviously phenomenal, because think about the curve here, you go 4 and then you go 5 and then you're swinging for 10 with Trample. Absolutely amazing. More often than not though, I'm using this for its cycling ability. I'm using it to save something. I'm using it to save a Screaming Nemesis, which this is such a good, like these two combined are so phenomenal. Because they'll try to block something with this, and then you make the Screaming Nemesis bigger, or sometimes you can make whatever they're blocking with bigger to then have it deal damage to the Screaming Nemesis to then hit them. That's also a thing that has come up a couple times. But what really shines here is these two. So with Alesha, you play Alesha, and then you cycle Agonasaur Rex, and then she becomes a 5/5, and this is in your graveyard. So at the beginning of your end step, she can bring back something that with mana value 5 or less. That's this. This is 5 or less. So you make her a 5/5 first strike who can reanimate this. And this is why Intrepid Paleontologist here, because this exiles things from graveyards. It costs 2 to exile any card from a graveyard. But if it happens to be a dinosaur you can replant, this is a dinosaur. This is a dinosaur. It does come up every so often that this is relevant. And then when in doubt, you just play this and it's just a big 8/8. And you're just sewing with it. So you just have these two, these 6 monstrous creatures here that you're trying to ramp into, and then you're just trying to apply a ton of pressure. So that's the deck. Mana base, boy, as I've always say, what I wouldn't give for a land that could tap for 3 colors. I'm pretty sure in Tarkir we're going to get something. I don't think it's going to be the 3-color lands from Ikoria, or the 3-color lands. Yeah, it'd be the Ikoria ones. Those would be the right colors, because obviously those are named after Ikoria. I think we're going to get something that is like, I'm not sure. It might just be a 3-color pain land, honestly. God, that would suck. That would really be a pain if we got a mythic land that's just a 3-color pain land. Those would be worth so much money, and everyone would need them, and they'd be it'd be such a waste of wild cards. But you'd run them in this. You'd run 4 of them in this because you'd get at the Llanowar Wastes, and you'd run 4, whatever it's called, JUND, whatever. But obviously, we're not even in the right colors for Tarkir, so we wouldn't be getting that anyways. So we got our forest, and then we're trying to hit green. Green is the big thing that we want to do. And then we're obviously splashing for red. We're running a couple black lands because we can't totally bank on having these 7 dudes to be able to cast the Alesha. So a couple of lands that tap for black and green, and that's kind of the whole deal. So let's take this thing in and let's see what it's doing. Oh, sorry, one more quick thing. You might notice that there's a sideboard here, and here's something that I want to talk about real fast. If you're playing green in best of 3, you should be running 4 of these in your sideboard. At one point, I had this in the main deck because against certain decks, this wrecks them. Affinity, against domain, this absolutely wrecks them. The problem is this is awful against like mono red, so it's hard to main deck it, but you should be running 4 Fade from History in your green deck unless you're doing something absurd where you're running a bunch of artifacts or enchantments. But this will win the game if you resolve this against 2 or 3 of the top decks. This also does really good against Dimir Bounce because you just wipe out all of the enchantments and all of the artifacts, so it gets rid of all the like things that they're trying to bounce. And it'll also get rid of some of their creatures because the fear creature, the Fear of Isolation, is an enchantment. So you can get that with this also. So sideboard, if you're playing this best of 3, you're running 4 of these in the sideboard. But as I said, I went with the Scrap Shooter and Tranquil Frillback because Scrap Shooter can block things like mice, and Tranquil Frillback can deal with things like graveyard shenanigans. So we're going these in the main deck instead of the Fade from History. So these are our best of 1 decisions. I finally got myself a name. I'm not sure what I did to acquire it, but there it was. Okay, I mean, turn 2 Screaming Nemesis. I go first. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. What you got, opponent? Keeping it. 7? Badger? You say you're Gruel, but I doubt this. What symbol is this? It's like a Halloween symbol. I don't know what that is. Cool sleeves, though. I like it. All right, so we're going to go... It doesn't matter what my opponent plays. Next time we are playing Screaming Nemesis and swinging. And then if they try to remove it, we're going to try to Agonasaur Rex. The one thing we got to look out for, though, is there's exile removal everywhere. Everyone is running exile removal. So Alesha's not as good as she was a couple weeks ago, but she's still good. She's still a must answer. And there's only so many must answers that your opponent can deal with. So here comes one. Here he comes. What you going to do? Obviously not block. Yep, take it. I mean, this is a race I can win. I think next turn I go... Ooh, is this auras? Nope. Do not Shelter by Ghost this guy. Do not do it. Okay, Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix? We're going up top with that bad boy. Your gaining life is canceled. Sorry. I mean, part of me just wants to go Screaming Nemesis again. I can get the Agonasaur in, though. Let's go Screaming Nemesis. Let's just do it. Or do I want to do this and then pump it? And I can have a 3/3. Then I can also have the Agonasaur. I mean, we hit them with the Screaming Nemesis. Let's do this. Let's slow down a second here. Let's slow down a turn. And by slow down a turn, I mean we're still playing a 3-2-2 on turn 3. But now we can go this, and now we can keep the mana open. Okay, I mean, that doesn't scare me terribly. Oh, man, that Screaming Nemesis was so key against this deck. What you gonna do? Nothing. Double Screaming Nemesis. Okay, I mean, okay, watch this. I mean, part of me just wants to do this, dude. Like, just do it and make them answer it, and then next turn, let's go Screaming Nemesis. Let's see what they got. Do we just swing with everybody? Swing? Is there a reason not to? Other than to hold up for the Agonasaur, but what are they gonna do? Triple block the Screaming Nemesis? In a foot race, we win this game. Like, we're just faster. I do love this dude. This dude is one of my favorite cards from Aether Drift. Like, this, I think, is the best start your entrance card. Jeez. Okay, I mean, I think we win next turn. Okay, we're going to play a second Screaming Nemesis, and then we're going to Agonasaur it. So, what you got, opponent? You got 19 damage on this turn? You got it? I mean, Llanowar Elf can block. I don't even know if do I care? That's not very great here. Swing for 4 and gain 4? Well, gain 4. Okay. Don't shoot that. No, don't shoot that guy. Don't do it. Okay. I mean, not terrible. Blammo. Do I block? I don't think I do. I don't think I care enough. Going up in speed. Okay. I think I just scream with the Nemesis. What you got, opponent? Do I Agonasaur here? I think I do. And go up top. I mean, that's game, right? Is that game? 5. It's gonna save him. I think so. Let's do it. Because it gives him trample also, remember that. So it's gonna be 5. Oh, there's Alesha. So we'll deal the 4, he'll take the 2, and then we'll go 2 up top also. I mean, we could also just 2 one of these dudes just to deal with another creature. Yep. I mean, we have a 5 Screaming Nemesis, and they're at 3 life, and they can't gain life. Okay, pump them up, pump up the team. I mean, they can't, like, it's useless. Max speed, I mean, the dude has double strike, so we'll make a block here. But they can't block this, because then it'll deal damage to them. Yep. Cycle again. Bam! Yep, there's game. We were just faster. In terms of just like a pure foot race, we were just faster than them. Like, Cruel is faster than Boros. Like, we're just gonna lay down bigger creatures. I mean, I'm going first, so I'll keep it. Like, it gives me, I have an Alena, so we'll take it. And Halana. What a coincidence. Hello to you as well, opponent. Vorinclex, what sleeves we got here? I don't know who this is or what that is, but we have a mouse. Mouse in the house. Oh, this is Borosaurus. Okay. Come on, Scrap Shooter. Time to shine, buddy. So we're gonna hold this guy back until there's a Shelter by Ghost on the table that we need to worry about. Which will probably happen on Halana and Alena that I'm about to drop, because I think I dropped Halana and Alena. So note that she's gonna be able to pump up this dude, so, you know, that's not terrible. Like, we have a 4/4. Obviously this can't attack, but we have a 4/4 for next turn, so they kind of need to answer this. So if they have Shelter by Ghost, now's the time to play it. There it is! It's like I can see through time. And then we'll play Scrap Shooter to give them a card, shoot the Shelter by Ghost down to get our Halana and Alena back, and then it will pump up the Scrap Shooter, and we will swing 4/6. Did you catch all that? Because I'm about to do it. Swing with the mouse. Mouse in the house. Yep, there he is. Blammo. I mean, let's give ourselves the black mana, I guess. We have a forest. Yep. Gift a card. Take it. Yep, I'll take that. I'll take that. You got a 1 mana. Oh, they must have the enchantment that has flash. Flash this. There we go. Alright. Go, Gruel. Put it on this dude? Sure. Now, the question becomes, do they have another, whatchamacallit? Another Shelter by Ghosts? If they do, then we're dead. But if they don't, then we're not. Oh my god. Oh my god, they do. That's a big mouse. I mean, now Screaming Nemesis has to attack. My game plan before is to have Screaming Nemesis block the mouse. Oh man, is that game? I hate this deck. I absolutely hate this deck so much. Do you have another one? Insanity. Insanity. I mean, we can block. She blocks. She blocks, that's right. She has reach. He has reach also. How do we end this? We need someone with... I mean, he could block him. I mean, Screaming Nemesis. Who's in our graveyard? Nobody. Okay, play Screaming Nemesis, swing with Screaming Nemesis, and Intrepid Paleontologist. Block this here. And then we kind of need to get Halana. Okay, so we don't want to, okay, so what we don't want to, we want to play this. Okay, we want to play her. Yeah, she needs to come out because she needs to be able to attack next turn to bring back somebody. We got her. We got him. Is this a him? Who knows? Go team. So we'll make the block here, and then next turn we're just gonna try to swing. I'm down with that. Yeah, up top for sure. I mean, that's gonna turn off Shelter by Ghosts. I mean, Shelter by Ghosts wins the game because they get rid of the Scrap Shooter. That doesn't win the game. Good game? Good game indeed. Gonna go with my block? Because then Alesha is gonna be able to bring that back. Oh, it's Anzrag! It's Anzrag! Go team? Roar? What do you know that I don't know, opponent? What is this? What are you? I'm down. Cool. 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 Take 3. Take 4. Take 3. I'll take 3. Everyone's taking 3. 3's all around. Roarsville. End turn. Scrap Shooter. Block. Oh my god, we beat Boros Auras with this deck. Go Scrap Shooter. Yeah, make the block, baby. Block it up. Bam. Yes! So the lesson in that game is you should be playing Scrap Shooter in your deck. I want to look at this deck real fast, so just so, like, let's look at it one more time. Because I want to talk about a couple things here. This is like one of the, I've talked about this before in a couple other videos, but this is just a good example of like, we have just been given like the best creatures ever printed. Basically every single set, we get like, this is the best on rate like creature that's ever been printed. This one was this is the biggest thing that you could play for 4 mana in the entire history of Magic the Gathering. This is it. There's nothing bigger than this at 4 mana. This is the biggest creature. This dude is a 4/4 for 3 with reach. This dude is unbelievable, and I'm only running 2. Like, I could and probably should be running. I mean, this would have been pretty good at that turn because I could have like taken that thing down to the ground. So either one of these would have been fantastic. And then there's this, which is just an 8/8 for 5. So we're just playing the biggest and the best creatures like ever printed. They just all happen to have just been printed in the last 6 months. So you can't completely like ignore that. Like when you see something, when you see like a creature or you see something that's just like, this is the best version of this that we've ever seen, it's probably playable. Like, it's probably playable. I've seen people playing the Black Vanilla Legend because you could just bling it, or you can just use Inti and give it Trample. I mean, this looks good to me. Alesha's got a giant target on her here. Red, okay. All right, here we go again. Okay. The team's back. Get everybody back. Okay, all right. I know bait when I see bait, but I also am not 100% sure. Do we think this is a trick? I mean, we could force them to play something here. Let's do it. I'll take your bait. Monsters of Rage? Sure. Dread Minotaur? Sure. Fine. I mean, they were going to do it either way, and I have no 3-drop. I mean, I did have Alesha. I actually need stuff in the graveyard for Alesha, so... Okay, we tried. Like... That's not good. That's not good. Okay, now I have regrets. I have big regrets, as they say. That's okay. You are going to block. Mishra's Foundry. This is, okay. What you got, opponent? Okay, they are super aggro. I mean, if I don't block it, they shoot it. What do you think? Are they gonna shoot it either way? That is the right move. Is to shoot this. Is to sack this to kill the Llanowar Elf. You can do it. It's the right move. I guarantee it. That was a misplay, opponent. Not to not to toot my own horn, but I'm 99% sure that was a misplay. I mean, I could swing at the Llanowar Elf and play the Alesha, and then the Alesha could bring back. But let's see if we could draw fire here. Because she can block the slick shot. We just kind of need to stabilize. And this being a 3/3. Okay. They don't have a removal spell. I mean, nothing could hit this. There's no lightning bolt. So at 3, there's something that could hit it. But they could burst lightning her now. But then I still have a 3/3 who could stand here. Which now can't be killed by the Cacophony Scam. Yeah, I think you always sack. I mean, you're in red-black, like, you should be playing Alesha. I don't know what my opponent's playing, but, like, whatever this deck is, it should be playing Alesha, I guarantee. I'm tired of taking bait, to be totally honest. He just gets +2? What do you think? You think they got it? They have to, and then they Monstrous Rage this? Dreadmaw's Ire, what you got? You want to go over here? I'm fine. Turn inside out. Interesting play. Okay. They're gonna try to fling it. Okay. Take that boy down. What you got? You got a fling spell? You got it? You got it? Yeah, they got it. Okay. Womp womp womp. They were just faster than us. Note that I'm playing early in the morning, and early in the morning you tend to get a little bit more, you see more aggro on the ladder. If you play late at night, you're gonna see more, ironically, you're gonna see more control, because obviously people who are playing at like 2 o'clock in the morning are a little more invested. People who are playing during the day, like in the morning part of the day, these are people who are trying to like squeeze in games between work. So you're getting a little bit more of that. I kept a pretty mediocre hand here because I don't have red mana. Goblin! Nice, my favorite dude. Okay, I mean, not terrible. We definitely need black. I mean, this gives us black mana. I think we have to go Intrepid Paleontologist next turn, as much as I'd love to go Scrap Shooter. Impact Tremors! Impact Tremors! Boy, I really want to play the Scrap Shooter right now. This not being able to generate red mana is really kind of pushing us off. Let's see if we can hold back. I'll attack. I have no intention of blocking. Okay, so next time we play Halana and Alena. Pump somebody. Hope we draw a land. Double Impact Tremors. I mean, sure. 1, I'm down. That is not good. We could play Wandertale and then Tinderglade, and then we have things to block this. I feel like that might be worth doing, because Halana Alena can't block. So let's go Wandertale. Let's go Tinderglade, or Tender Wildguide, whatever the heck this thing is. So now we have a 3/3 and a 2/2, so we can block this. They're struggling on land just like us. We can keep them from getting whatchamacallit, but all they need is a creature and they have max speed. What you got, opponent? Howl Squad. Does he make a token? Does he just do it? Yep. I mean, they could take out the Tender Wildguide, which isn't terrible. Bam. I mean, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Oh, we're just attacking with this boy, eh? Interesting decision. I don't know why you went to attack with that. Okay. Let's turn on the engine. Why would you tap this? Why? Why would you choose to tap this? Bam. Let's get aggressive. Our turn now. I mean, we could play another Wandertale. I think we just want to start swinging. Do we just want to start swinging, or do we want to try to stabilize here? Because if we swing, we can do 4. We have 2 4/4s. I mean, we got to get aggressive, right? get in there. The problem is this is the one creature I don't want to block with. It's her. They got mana. They got mana for days here. Yep. Blam, blam, blam. Because next turn, 1, 2, 3. I want to get Scrap Shooter and Alesha out next turn is my goal. Boy, here come the goblins. Blam, blam. Not dealing with these impact tremors might cost me the game here, but I don't know. We're also looking at a lot of damage. What does this boy do? He exhausts and does what? You do what? Bump. Go team? Go team? This is cute. The fact that you can make this guy... Bam, bam. Swing out. Swing out. Oh, they swung out. They did it. Block here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, that is lethal. Oh, they got it. Yeah, we should have held back. I thought we could have possibly survived one more turn, but no. Ah, so close. How do you get more of these? I haven't figured out how you get more. That was the one that I was given, so I went with it. Okay, I mean, it's not great. I'm very much banking on this guy not dying, which is kind of scary. But we're gonna try to see if he can survive. You little possum. Okay, I mean, blue-white. Yep, please survive. I don't think this deck's gonna care immensely about this. Let's see what else they play. Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, I think it's this dude. Yeah, we're off to a bit of a slow start here. But that's okay. This dealing with that is the next turn, I'm pretty sure. It sucks this isn't kicker. Okay, that helps. We gotta deal with that, right? There's no way we don't deal with that. I pay 1, right? Decline? Sorry, I haven't played Tranquil Frillback very much. That was very... The UI on this was very bizarre. It should come into play, and then you should decide, and then have to pay. Deep Judgment? Okay! We'll get you back. You'll be back. They always come back. I mean, I think we just gotta start going for it, right? No. Why do you tap... Stop tapping incorrectly, game. Because I want him to be bigger. Yes, like this. Perfect. Swing for 5. Bam. Alright, they either wipe the board or they die next turn. What would you like to do, opponent? Sunfall? That ain't a Sunfall. You are not a Sunfall. See, this time it taps it correctly. Why would it do that? Why would you do that? Swing, Wandertale, swing! Bam! Okay, alright. Alright. We're once again, they need a Wrath or they lose. Sunfall? I mean, the fact that they played this implies to me they don't have Sunfall. They can blink this. Is that what we're doing? Nope, that's not blinking this. What you got, opponent? They could have a counter spell also, which would suck. What's the smart move here? Do I go for the flashy? Jeez. That dude, okay. Do you want to swing? I mean, I think that wins the game, right? Because they can't block it. Unless you see something that I don't see, opponent. Swing with the Screaming Nemesis. They have to block. I mean, I think just go all out, right? Go team. I think I win. I don't think there's a way that they can get around this. Because they have to block the Screaming Nemesis with one of these dudes, and then that's going to deal them at least 4 or 2, and then someone else can block someone else, and then they're going to have to take the other damage. So, unless you know or see something that I don't see, opponent, I think this is game. What you got? What you got? What you got? Does this dude do something? Oh, they can crew it! I mean, I don't think that helps. I mean, sure. Sure. Good job, opponent. Good play. And then I get my Tranquil Frillback back. 2 damage to anything. I guess it's upstairs. Manifest Dread. Good play. I forgot that this thing can crew. I still think I win though. I still have the Screaming Nemesis. Oh, and get this. Jeez. Jeez. They're at 1. Do I flip this? What do I do here? I need to deal 1 damage. I need to deal with this. I think I just play some creatures here. Just to try to get some blockers down. Get some blockers. No attacks. I need somebody to get through next turn. Do you have something? They can't gain life. Spring loaded. Okay, cool. Shoot that guy. Okay. I still have 3 creatures, so there are 2. I just need something to get through next turn. Attacking. What do you... Oh, they must have a whatchamacallit. Sunfall? It's gotta be Sunfall, right? Yeah, okay, we got there. We got there. Sweet! I think we had a couple misplays along the way, but we got there. We close to that. I like that game. That was a good one. Tristania? Who's that? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? Alright, sure. I think it's totally fine. These Verges are looking pretty terrible right now. They're untapped lands, though. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Go Paleontologist, go. White-black. Got him. Alright, next turn, Screaming Nemesis. Next turn, Anzrag, Ancient Cornucopia. Alright, it's Nemesis, then it's Halana and Alena. Because we gotta turn them off of that. We need to make this dude a big enough threat, and then we need to come down with this dude to finish it off. That's the game plan. Depending on what my opponent does. Wrath of God. Second Ancient Cornucopia. We gotta outrace the life gain. Up the beanstalk. Everyone's favorite card. Go, go team! Screaming. What you got, opponent? That's something. Those are in fact cards. Sunfall. Man, we had to do it. We had to try for it. Part of me wants to shoot this down, but part of me just wants to go face. Let's go face. What you got, opponent? Got a on your fountain port. What thinking? Oh, this taps for mana. Leyline Binding? You're gonna Leyline Binding my Anzrag? You went Sunfall into Leyline Binding? Is that really what you have in your hand right now, opponent? No, it is not. I wish this gave hexproof. It doesn't give hexproof. It just gives indestructible. He's big. He's mad. I mean, Leyline Binding isn't the worst play because I get it back. This thing can't block. Go team! I mean, do we go for it? You got something, opponent? Tear asunder. Is that exile? Exile. Okay. I mean, what am I gonna do? Why make the block then? What's the logic there? What's in my graveyard? Paleontologist? Next to damage? There is none. I guess we're going Frillback and we're gonna shoot. Why can't I play this? Oh, because I can't tap for black because it taps for green. Frillback and shoot Beanstalk, I think. We gotta keep them from drawing cards. The life gains are irrelevant. Boom, bam. Because the couple life here and there, like, sure, it's getting them up there, but, like, when these dudes start hitting the table, like, what are they, like, it doesn't matter if they've gained 4 life or they've gained, like, 6 life when you are facing down an 8/8. I need to stabilize. That ain't stabilizing. If I knew that was in the deck, I would have exiled their graveyard. That's okay, they didn't get to draw a card. A land, a creature, Screaming Nemesis. The worst thing I think I could top deck is Halana Alena. Or like a Llanowar Elf. What'd they get? What'd they take out? Frillbacks? Sure. Reasonable. I mean, it stops them from gaining life. I don't love it, but I'll do it. Gift a card. Shoot him down. You gonna save this? You're gonna save your Ancient Cornucopia? I'm like, that'd be a pretty bold move there. I feel like the 1 card is worth it now. Like, yes, they're getting life, but they're also ramping. I have absolutely no hesitation doing this. I really want to do this trick. Bleh, that sucks. Go Scrap Shooter. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? It gets a Leyline Binding? Oh, blam! Go for the throat! I still get to draw a card. That's a card. Okay, this is gonna get us where we can finally cast Alesha. We will stabilize. We will... The instant Alesha can get on the board, we'll be in fine shape. We just need to get ourselves there. We need to resolve an Alesha. Up the Beanstalk again. Cool. What happened to our Frillback? Oh, I got exiled, didn't it? Okay. Now Halana Alena would be pretty good. I would take a Halana Alena. That would apply some extreme pressure. What you got, opponent? What's this, a food? A treasure? What made a treasure? What made a treasure? Ugh. Killing me. Intrepid Paleontologist? Okay. We really want to resolve an Alesha and then Protector is what we want. That's our goal here. Oh, this is what created treasure. Yeah, that's how this game works. That's right. I forgot the fountain fork. Does that cost you life to make the treasure? No, it's just 4 mana. It's the life to make a fish. Why does it cost life to make a fish? Someone explain this to me. What's the logic here? Why does it hurt to make a fish in the fountain? Let's start eating things out of graveyards, I suppose. I don't know. Something big. Blam. Why? What was this deadly cover-up? 15? You really got 15 mana worth of stuff in there? I mean, take this, right? Alright. Opponent's got cards. Swing, because we need to trigger Alesha. Bam. I mean, I'm really tempted to just try to get the Agonasaur here, but I think we try to play it a little bit safe to see if we could... I don't know. I don't know what the right call is. We're weak against Sunfall. We're weak against whatchamacallit. I go for the third against her. Outrageous robbery. What the heck? Outrageous. Target finance those topics with the library. Look at those cards. Okay, cool. Sure. Outrageous. I mean, it's a hand. They have a hand now. The one thing I know, though, is that nothing in my hand can deal with my own creatures. There's nothing in my deck that can destroy my own creatures, so... Die! I mean, there's a small part of me that wants to... I mean, I guess I'm glad I didn't play these, because then they would have all... That would have lost one. So now I have two that I could play. Halana and Alena is what I really want. I'm gonna end up milling because they're gonna outrageous robbery me to death. Screaming Nemesis. Swing. I'll take it. Don't care. My turn. I mean, here we go. Big boy in the house. 8-8. Bam. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Halana, Alena, and then pump again. That was another thing I don't think I talked about in the deck tech video. Is that if you play Halana, Alena, and then you pump it, you're then being able to pump 2 creatures. So this then cycles to pump 2 things. I mean, swing? What are you gonna do? Maelstrom Pulse. I think I lose. They just have too many cards. Yeah. Good game indeed, opponent. This game sucks. What was that? Abzan Beanstalk? Is that what that was? I wasn't even paying attention. It was miserable. I'll tell you that. Absolutely. The one interesting thing, and Saffron and Olive talked about this, is that there was no Sunfalls in the Pro Tour. Like, literally, like, none. In the top 8, there was 0. People just weren't running Sunfall. You see it everywhere on Arena. I was hoping people were going to adjust their deck to deal with it, but in Best of 1, you're dealing with things like Reanimator and other stuff, so I guess it makes sense because you got to deal with people's nonsense. Oh, this one's brutal. I don't think I can keep this hand. I need something that taps for red. As I said, I would give anything for a land that could tap for 3 colors. It could deal me 1 damage. It could deal me 2 damage. I'd be down. Taps for colorless, deals 2 damage any color. 1 gold land in Tarkir. I feel like we need a gold land in Tarkir, because how are you going to draft it? When everything costs 3 pips, of 3 different colored pips? I think we're going to see some type of like City of Brass, or something like Thran Portal, but it is 1 color, and then you can add 2 additional colors, or it's 2 colors. It's 2 colors, and you can add a 3rd color. Tapping for the 3rd color deals you damage, or something like that. That would be pretty sweet. I'd be down with that. But we're gonna need something. We're gonna need some good mana in Tarkir. And I'm excited to blow 20 to 40 wild cards on whatever it is. Please don't be Mythic. Please don't print the lands at Mythic. Please don't do that to us. At least make them rare. The one good thing about Bloomburrow is the good lands were all uncommons. We didn't have to worry about that. Like, I truly do not like... There we go, this is better. I mean, I think you're the worst. You are the worst. Because I want the black. I really like this dude, though. I don't want to lose him. But you let me play Alesha. And I don't think I can get rid of Scrap Shooter. Scrap Shooter's too, like, it could win the game, depending on what my opponent plays. So I can't ditch him, so I think it's... Gorge, Karplusan, Paleontologist, Screaming Nemesis, unless I need to scrap sheet something. Fabled Passage, okay. Gorge, Paleontologist, Screaming Nemesis. Opponent's thinking real hard about cracking this land. Think hard. Still thinking. What do you want to get? They're pondering. What you gonna get? What's your land? What's your basic land type? Pick a basic land. Sacrifice the Fabled Passage. Do it. 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 Roar! Go! Go, opponent, go! Thank you! Thank you, opponent. Maybe they got stuff going on. An island! Oh! This is pure. This is island player next level right here. Blue-white control. Okay. Cool. Sticking to the plan. Plan doesn't change. I mean, this gets interesting with dealing with this, but let's see. I think we gotta worry about other stuff, because this feels like pixie stuff, so we gotta deal with something else they're gonna want to bounce. So we don't want to. I don't super care about this. I do care about something like nowhere to run. That's a little more scary. She's gotta stay alive, though. My opponent doesn't know that's the only way I can cast Alesha. So she has no intention of blocking. Okay, that's good. Scream? Scream for it? Blue, white. Is this not Pixie? Is this not black? Is this a Zorius Pixie? Would you like to do something, opponent? 3 steps ahead. What a play. Llanowar Elf. Alright, so we gotta worry about counter spells. I think we just start laying beats. We just gotta start playing things that they must respond to. So, green. Bant. Pixie. I have to assume this is Pixie. No blocks. Thank you very much. That's good. Does it resolve? Does she resolve? What do we think? I mean, I gotta try it, right? We gotta try it? Try it? Yes, she's in. Yes, swing for 4. What you got? Giant growth on the on the otter. Giant growth the otter. Do it. Come on. What are you running green for? If it's Beanstalk, I swear. Oh, they're just gonna block. Okay, I was a little concerned there, because as I said, opponent doesn't know how important this dude is in my game plan. But that's okay. Tap out. Not Sunfall. Not Sunfall. Do not play Sunfall right now. Anything but Sunfall. I'm down with that. What are you getting back? 3 steps ahead. Ugh. Roar. 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 What would you like to do, opponent? Yes, please block. Yes. I feel like people forgot what this card does. It's pretty funny. Sure, I'll deal you. I don't even know. Oh, cute trick here. She's going to pump again. So, blam. Go team. I don't really like control decks. Is it obvious? Do I make it too obvious? Yeah, I think people forget that the extra text on Anzrag that if he becomes block, everything untaps. It casts a Relentless Assault is what it casts. So by doing that, they should have just taken the 10, because then obviously they don't have a blocker to block it. That's what makes them so good. I don't know. Jund him out. I like it. I love it. It's fun. It's good. I feel like I'm winning more games than I'm losing. Season ends in like a day, so we're not gonna hit Mythic or anything with this, but I don't know. I think it's cool. I like this deck. I think there's a lot of fun little synergies. I think it's aggressive. It's fast. You have in best of 1, because we added these guys, we have some weird like recursion and we can deal with some of the meta. But I don't know. I think it's blast. I love like Halana Elena, just like one of my favorite cards. When I saw this being back in Foundations, like these two, like all these ladies here, like these are my ladies right here. Like this combination, I just absolutely love these girls together. So I'll play this, like, as long as these are legal, I'll just keep playing some version of this. We'll see what we get in Tarkirian and whatever comes in the future. But for all of Standard, I will always be wanting to build a deck that involves these girls right here. Like, the giving the haste and the pumping, like, man, if we can get some good and better pumping spells, like, she's amazing. Like, her and Giant Growth is also, or like them and Giant Growth is just super fantastic. You play it, and then you Giant Growth, so all of a sudden, like, spreading damage in double places. It's just... there's so much removal, so you can't really, like, we're not going to run pump spells, we're just going to run creatures. But man, if there was if there was another creature, if there was a creature that cost 2 and was something like other creatures or had backup or something, and you could like other creatures get +1/+0 and you could use that to like be pumping Halana, Alena, that would be amazing. That would be like the #1 thing I would want as a target, or something that pumps humans. Mardu loves humans. I could see us getting something red that's like humans get +1/+0. If we could get a human that taps for mana and then can pump Halana and Alena, that would be absolutely fantastic, because then obviously it's going to pump everyone that comes in after that. But I don't know. I love it. I think it was great. Let me know what you think. I did not even counting the rares. I was going to say, like, this isn't too bad of a deck, but in terms of rares, I guess it is, because we got a bunch of rares, but whatever. Yeah, the lands, yeah, don't, well, nope, not budget. I was going to try to throw it out that this might be budget, but it's not budget, but it's fun, and you probably have a lot of these cards. You probably have a lot of these cards anyways. And then Screaming Nemesis, which is, oh, we have a lot of mythics also. Whatever. I think the deck is great. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this was fun. Let me know if you play this, and let me know what you're playing in Arena, because you gotta do something to deal with Domain, and this was the best thing I could come up with temporarily. I have another deck, a deck that I think will actually be the best deck that I've brewed recently, and I'm gonna get a video out on that one. I just am short wild cards to finish it off, so I gotta grind a little bit harder, and I think the season needs to end, and then I'll build that deck. But it is Ketchermouse, but it's a Ketchermouse deck that I haven't seen anyone else playing. It's gonna be more Ketchermouse Blink, and I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really well situated in the meta, because it's going to be able to deal with aggro very well with a ton of life gain, and then it's going to be able to pivot to be what, in my mind, is going to be the best of mid-range deck. So I'll get that one built, and I'll make a video for that one probably sometime next week. Alright guys, have a good day.